As much as I may act like my life is super important, like I have something huge to say, my life is, to say the least, very boring once you get down to it. I lived my whole life in a small Canadian town. Besides being another victim to the fall of the coal industry, there isn't much history to speak of here. Besides being a bit lonely or having a few screws loose, there really isn't much to say about my life either, unless I'm exaggerating parts of it for the sake of seeming interesting. But hey, isn't that just what most YouTubers do nowadays? New big cities aren't without their flaws. I learned this as I got older, and as my dreams of living in a perfect utopian society sort of drifted away, with the general feeling that growing up gives you. In fact, I have a friend who has spent most of their life in New York, one of the places I have always dreamed of moving to. So to give myself and us all a bit more understanding on what living in the city is like, here's my friend now.
I have spent my entire life living in New York, or more specifically, in the area of New York City. I rarely ever get to go outside of the city, so this place is really all I know. Anyone who has ever talked to me will note that I don't have much nice things to say about this place. It's loud, smelly, crowded. You need to sell your leg to afford a closet to live in. That's not to say this place isn't without benefit. Yes, it's crowded, but there's a lot of things to do. There's always some place or something to do nearby, like bowling. The city is also quite beautiful to look at. Well, when the weather is nice. We get 4 seasons here, but it feels more like 2. It's either way too hot or really cold. Sometimes if you're lucky, it will be just right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired of here. I mean, this is where I've been my entire life. I guess I've just grown bitter. But despite everything that I have to complain about living here, there is something alluring about the whole place. That whole New York City vibe, if you get what I mean. That sort of thing you see in the movies. It's kind of hard to imagine me living anywhere else.
Even with all that though, I still have a lot of nostalgic dreams of the city. You see, when I was a kid, I was brought into the capital of our province, one of the biggest cities in all of Canada. And even today, I remember the beauty of all the lights, stores, movie theaters, and fast food places lining the roads. Considering my town has barely changed since the early 1900s, this was huge for me. It's what formed this place in my head that can never really quite exist outside my own dreams. I call it my light-filled utopia. I have these dreams where I walk around a relatively empty but bright city during anywhere from twilight to night. Occasionally I wander through malls or grocery stores. More than often I'll be taking in the scenery of the lights. Artificial lights have always been a nostalgic thing for me. Some of the reasons why I still love Christmas so much to this very day. Watching the sun go down early and every building in my area light up makes me feel like I'm right back there, in my dream world where nothing needs to make sense besides the fact I'm here, watching and admiring the glowy webs of humanity. Anyway, I'm probably getting a bit pretentious or corny at this point. However, point is, during rough times for me, I always try to go back to that utopia. The utopia of me and my dreams, of potential and of where I wish I could be. So yeah, I've never really been great at endings for these videos, but I'll leave this self-reflection of mine off with a question. Where's your utopia? The place in your head where you wish you were. I'd like to see how you all describe your dream worlds. Anywho, I hope y'all had a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Special thanks to Blue Neon and the rest of my patrons for supporting this video.